Dr. Corey here, one of the founders of the Core System and founder of Core Screening. And today we're going to cover a topic called alcohol. All right, we're going to cover three things today. As my goal is number one, how does alcohol affect biochemistry? Okay, that's important. Number two, what would be a good solution if you were to consume alcohol? And then the third thing is, well, how does that solution then work as far as helping the body break down alcohol? All right, so important things. I'm always going to give you the how and the why, all right, because that's important for your journey. All right, so let's jump in. Number one, it happens in the biochemistry when you guys consume alcohol at home, and I have consumed alcohol as well. And like I said, tell my alumni in lifestyle is, you always just negate it. Make sure we're always negating it. We're always supporting biochemistry when we do things like that. All right, so let's jump in. When we drink alcohol, right away ethanol, right? That's what alcohol is in the body. The liver is going to deal with it, right? I always say the liver is a soccer bomb, it's dealing with everything. But one thing the liver has to do is it breaks ethanol down. It breaks down into a product called acetaldehyde. That's the culprit, guys. And acetaldehyde is a nasty little toxic byproduct. Okay. And with a healthy functioning liver, your liver deals with it. It takes acetaldehyde, it breaks down into basically water and carbon dioxide, right? And then you excrete it. And unfortunately, over time, if we don't support our livers, right, or as we get older, okay, we start to have inefficient livers. They get fatty, they get cirrhotic, they're sluggish. They're maybe not doing their job, okay? And that's why, I sit in consults with a lot of patients, they'll mention things like, Dr. Cora, I have one alcoholic beverage and man, I feel like I'm super hungover the next day. They have 4 alcoholic beverages and their hangovers are getting worse than they ever have. All right, those are all good clues. And what that is that byproduct, that acetaldehyde is not getting broken down and excreted, so it creates a massive increase of acidity in the body, okay, because the liver can't clear it. So acidity builds up in the body. When that happens, it starts robbing other biochemistry processes. B vitamins are involved, C, a lot of those, all right, which will then lead to the next day you feeling, nauseous, headaches, and possibly even just sluggish or even anxious. Okay, that's kind of a byproduct of that. So the next question is, well, what's the solution, right? So how do I negate some of that? And the answer is alcohol detox. I mean, that product has been extremely formulated. I take it if I'm going to consume beverages. We've had a lot of patients take it. It's probably one of our top movers right now, just because we're in the season, right? We've got nice weather, people are grilling, going to baseball games, doing all those things, coming off of COVID, and more alcoholic beverages are being consumed. So that product, really well formulated, super affordable. That would be a good solution. Okay, so how does it work? Let's just jump into the science of how it's formulated. And a couple of ingredients you're going to notice, like B vitamins and all those are involved. All right, why? Because when you look at like alcoholics, okay, so people that consume alcohol more regularly, they're always deficient in B vitamins, right? They're run down, they're low energy, adrenals aren't functioning, anxious, those types of things that come with that. So this product's gonna help bring in some of those B's to help replenish, okay? But there's a couple of powerhouse ingredients in there, and the big one being L-cysteine, okay? L-cysteine has been in a lot of different trials to really help the body clear out that acetaldehyde. So, one of the clinical trials they did it was a rat-based study, but, they injected these rats with a lethal dose of acetaldehyde, okay? So a dose that should have killed them. But then on the other side, in a group of rats, they gave them a concoction of L-cysteine, B vitamins, and then vitamin C, okay? The vitamin C helps stabilize L-cysteine. And what they found was none of those rats died, okay? So that concoction was able to go in there and negate, allow biochemistry to happen so that those rats could excrete and get that acetaldehyde converted down and excreted. Okay, so that was a good study. Another study is they had a group of individuals that consumed alcohol. They gave them lozenges of L-cysteine. Okay, so they had them take these little lozenges. What they found is after that, in that group, they measured salivary acetaldehyde, and what they found is a massive reduction of that. Okay, so that L-cysteine really helped convert out. Another ingredient in there, a powerhouse ingredient, would be NAC and acetylcysteine. That works very similar to L-cysteine, and it really helps, like I said, denature, break down that acetaldehyde. And that, like I said, that's kind of the mechanism, is those L-cysteine in the NAC, along with those B vitamins and vitamin C, are really helping to break that down. Okay, if your liver is not doing an efficient job, get it excreted so we don't have that nausea, that anxiety, that possible headaches the next day. Okay, so how do you take the product? Okay, this is an important part. So what I would recommend is taking a couple capsules with each alcoholic beverage. All right, so each beverage, if you're drinking 3 beers, you're taking 6 capsules. If you're a heavier individual, you can get away with a little bit more. And then at the end of the night, I would probably take 1 or 2 extra of those B vitamins, depending on what types of alcoholic beverage you're drinking, to just help negate it as much as you can. And keep in mind, this really depends on each person's individual liver, right? A better functioning liver, you're probably gonna need less support, right? Someone that really doesn't have a liver that's functioning, you're gonna probably want to make sure you're taking that upwards dose so you negate the symptoms the next day. All right. Now, disclaimer, okay? This doesn't mean you start drinking every day because you're like, oh, sweet, I can negate this. No. Okay, we still use alcohol in moderation. This product is just going to help, if you use alcohol, help your biochemistry happen so that you can support that system the best that you can. Okay, so drink responsibly. Get your alcohol detox product today if you're going to consume. So be great, guys.